Hello again, Noles fans. Jeff Culhane here with you. New set, new scenery, showing off some of the best and brightest accomplishments in Florida State football history. It's our Seminoles sit down with the Vice President and Director of Athletics, Michael Alford. Great to see you. Busy time of year. So much fun stuff going on, Michael, and we got a lot to talk about today.
As we like to refer to it as transition season. You're going from football, you got both basketballs going, soccer just completed, as you know, you're kicking off bowl practice. It's all kinds of activities going on, and then final exams.
Yeah.
And just ran into a couple athletes, talking to them about their final exams and when they're going home for the holidays. Just a special time of the year.
Yeah, that's exciting stuff, to say the least. There's no question about that. As we are here in still the somewhat newly renovated Florida State locker room, the trophy room, and you look behind us and you see the national championship trophies, the bowl games, the ACC championships as well. This is what it's all about. It's an exciting time around Florida State football. Got a lot of recruits rolling through here, and this is one of the main centerpieces of what FSU shows off.
100%. You know, and I can't thank Alan and Carol Flumenhoff enough for their donor support in making all this happen. Just had Nick O'Leary coming through here.
Yeah.
Great to have legends like that coming back and looking at the facilities and showing him what exactly we want to do in the future. But, you know, we're making strides to get better. And facilities like this, our student athletes deserve it. We're Florida State, the brand deserves it. And one by one, we are doing the little things to improve all of our facilities and, more importantly, the student athlete experience here. And being able to showcase this to all the recruits coming in is very special.
Yep. Speaking of legends, Mr. Shade Tree himself, Marvin Jones, you honored him during the Florida game. He became very emotional, and you were also with him along with Coach Norvell and others this past week, the National Football Foundation, seeing Marvin being inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame.
Well, he's such a special, not only a special known. You know, you go back and growing up and watching him play, and then still going back, and I showed my daughters his highlights the other day, and they just don't do it justice. I mean, we joke with him and whether he could even play in today's game with some of those hits that he would put on people. But yeah, it was great to have him at the Florida game, getting emotional. It means so much to him, and it's such a great honor to be in the College Football Hall of Fame and being able to share that time with him in Las Vegas at the dinner and just spending time with him and hear his experiences. But not only that, how much he loves this place and how much the people around here to this day still mean to him. And that's what's really neat, and that's what it's about with all of our student athletes.
Yeah, we had him on the pregame radio show prior to the Florida game to hear he and Bar None talk about some of the practice battles back in the early 1990s. Was pretty special, to say the least. Of course, a big game coming up that we you know about obviously by now. Many of you probably purchased tickets. The CHEEZ-IT Bowl coming up on December 29th. It's a 5:30 p.m. Eastern kick in Orlando at Camping World Stadium, and the opponent is the Oklahoma Sooners. This is another opportunity for Noles fans to go out and see this team finish the year off on a positive note, and another chance for Mike Norvell and company to take one step further and continue to get better on the climb back to where they want this program to go.
Oh, 100%, Jeff. And you hit the nail on the head. It's such an important Orlando, being able to go to Orlando. And Steve Hogan and his staff at the Citrus Bowl have been unbelievable. And they're known for their hospitality. And I'm anxious to get our players down there and have them experience the bowl and be all around it. But then also get down to business, talking to them. You know, it's a business trip. And we got a great opponent with a great brand. They're going to come prepared.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Venables does a great job there, and I'm familiar with that brand and being around. I got to see Joe Castiglione in Vegas and being able to sit down and talk to him about the game. And so it's a special matchup that's really a very attractive bowl matchup. And just having our guys finish off the season strong. You know, we've got double the ticket requests from boosters than we actually have tickets. And so that tells you about the excitement around the program. So I'm urging everyone to go out and get a ticket and come to that game, support us on our last game, and let's get ready again after a great win to the off season and really propel us to next year.
Now the question is, are you going to spend a night in the Cheez-It room in Orlando? Have you lined that up yet?
I'm working on it. I talked to Steve, said I really want to, hopefully that my room is decked out with cheeses. But I really like the sour cream and onion cheeses.
Okay, there you go.
They're gonna hook me up for some of those.
Yep, I know as much, we got the family style boxes at the Culhane house, so I'm hoping we don't have to bring any of them. They got plenty of those for one Alexander Culhane, our 3-year-old. Before we move past football, this is a time of year that I think a lot of fans are, we all are, to be honest with you. We're trying to wrap our arms around everything going on around the portal, name, image, and likeness. We got some great news this week with the return of Jordan Travis, the return of Trey Benson. A number of young men have basically said, hey, we're going to try and run this thing back in 2023 and make it a really special season. It's been a pretty fun week from that standpoint, and what could be very stressful to see those young men make their announcements that they're going to stay and don the garnet and gold again next year.
No doubt. It's the NIL is such an important space. College athletics has changed, and you have to embrace it, and it's not going away. Yeah. And I just want to thank all the boosters out there who are contributing to those opportunities for our young men and women. We got softball players have great NIL opportunities, and really thank the boosters who understand that for us to compete nationally, that is just part of the business now. Yeah. And our young men and women be able to take advantage of that. I'm 100% for it, but it is a different time, and it's an exciting time with what all we have going on right now in Seminole sports.
Yeah, absolutely. And also earlier this week, well-deserved, no surprise, Dylan Gibbons wins the Werfel Award for his work on and off the field. He's a team captain of the AFCA All-State Good Works team. He wins the Jim Tatum Award from the ACC. This is a young man that has just a huge, huge heart for those off the field. We know how great he is on the field, and so well deserving of all these honors and then some.
Well, you see the impact. Here's someone who transferred in and is using the platform and the brand that Florida State brings with it to elevate what he's able to do in the community. And it just makes you so proud that he's a true Seminole from the state of Florida, his family's from Florida, and he's just using that platform to make a difference. Yeah. And that's what's so exciting. You get a chance to sit down next to Dylan Gibbons, and you talked about on the field, but even off the field, he's such a special human being. He's got a bright future, and it's just great to be around him. He makes everyone better. Yeah, that's around him. And you saw Jordan doing some things with him, and his announcement, as you mentioned earlier, coming back, and Jordan's using that platform as well to get out in the community, and Trey's doing it, and a lot of just the culture of the program, the culture of the department, our student athletes, it just makes you so proud to see them using that platform that we provide them, that our boosters provide them, and making a difference in the communities. And that's what's exciting to see.
Yeah, and congratulations to Dylan. As Michael mentioned, comes from a great family as well, deserving of all of the awards that he has earned here so far this season. And make sure to check out Dylan and his teammates December 29th, 5:30 p.m. Eastern kick, the Cheez-It Bowl at Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. Well, two fall sports that had tremendous success again this season. Florida State soccer back at the College Cup in Cary, North Carolina. And great to see Michael, Chris Poole, and Florida State volleyball back in the NCAA tournament. Very, very successful seasons across the board for both soccer and volleyball this year.
Just continuing both traditions. Coach Penske and his staff did a wonderful job. What an exciting brand of soccer they're played all year long, and been able to sit down with the girls, and they were excited about being back in the College Cup, and just fell just short, but we're going to be back there again. Yeah. He's got a great recruiting class coming in. He's really hit the road in the portal. Yeah. This is a destination. I said that when my first interview accepting the athletic director's job is, this place is a destination, and you're seeing that with not only the recruiting, but the coaches that we're able to recruit and retain here. And it makes Florida State a special place. And Coach Poole, 13th time in the NCAA tournament, and I've said it before, what he's done with that program, with the resources of Tully Jim, what we've provided him, is second to none. He's amazing, and it's such a great tradition. And once again, just student athletes that do the right thing. They perform in the classroom, both those programs, and they really make you proud to be Seminoles.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of our student athletes, your support out there means the absolute world to Florida State Athletics. And you mentioned, as you've done the work that you have as the Vice President and Director of Athletics, everyone knows, of course, that of your role at Seminole Boosters prior to that here at Florida State University. This is an important time with season ticket renewals for 2023 with Florida State football, obviously, and of course donations to the annual fund, which go a long, long way for the success of Seminole athletics.
Well, the annual fund represents about 38% of our athletic budget. And it's so important for us to be able to provide these opportunities for our student athletes, that we're able to provide, to have facilities like this, to provide the very best experience in college sports. We can't do it without the annual fund and people purchasing season tickets. And whether that's basketball, football, baseball season tickets are on sale right now. Softball season tickets. We got a new premium area opening up in softball this spring. But really right now, football ticket renewals are out, and it's so important. We're going to have a great, exciting year next year. And I want to see Doak Campbell packed every game.
Yeah, absolutely. And before we go and wish all of you a happy holiday season, there is some still more exciting news on the facilities front when it comes to Florida State football. You got some big stuff happening here very, very shortly.
Oh, December 17th, we're going to break ground on the Al Dunlap Champion Center and football facility. And I can't tell you how happy we are to be doing that. And, you know, it's taken a lot of work, and it's going to be a state-of-the-art facility that's really going to set the difference. So Coach Norvell and I have mentioned before, when we were looking at the design, I mean, we wanted the very best. We flew to the Star in Dallas that I had a little input on, and went to see some of the other facilities across the country that are considered the best, and this one's going to stand up to any of them. And our student athletes deserve it. But more importantly, what it's going to allow us to do is open up other opportunities for the other 400 student athletes we have, whether it's the training room or the weight room, and provide better opportunities for them as well. So we're just getting better day by day, and that's what's important. And to see the appreciation of our student athletes for what the boosters do for them, the season ticket holders, and how happy they are when they able to walk in these new facilities. It really means the world to them and to us that we can provide them when we couldn't do it without the support.
Yeah, can't wait to see that. That is going to be a gem of a facility when that thing is
special.
Yeah, no question about that. And before we say goodbye as well, wanted to make mention Florida State basketball starting to get into the teeth of ACC play. What a start for Brooke Wyckoff in her first full year as the head coach here at Florida State University. They've been tremendous. And how about Tanaya Latson, Miami native, 4 weeks in a row, ACC Rookie of the Week. Never happened before in school history.
Unheard of. You know, she's made such an impact, and that team is just really special. And when we were going through the interview process and sitting down with Brooke and hearing her plan of attack and how she was going to build a program and build a great culture and really elevate the program where it was, and I couldn't be more excited for her. All to this great start, and they play such an exciting brand of basketball, all led by Tanaya and OMG and everybody associated, KK down low, and they're just fun to watch. And it's an exciting brand, and once again, they perform off the court as well. All the student athletes in women's basketball, just great personalities. They're outgoing, just a fun group to be around. So it's great to see their success early on and her success as she's getting started in her head coaching career.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happening. Michael, happy holidays. We'll see you in Orlando.
Happy holidays. Go Noles.
There you go. He's Michael Alford. My name is Jeff Culhane. We hope to see you. We want to bring another trophy back for this room at the end of the month, December 29th, a 5:30 p.m. Eastern kick. It's the Cheez-It Bowl with Florida State and Oklahoma. Big thanks to Leo Georgi, also Bella D'Souza for their production and direction of this. It's our Seminole Sit Down right here on Seminoles.com.